a bill but loses its soul, the soul of the democracy, the soul of people's economic livelihood. And Madam Speaker, we've heard you say it 1,000 times. We have democracy if we can hold it. Hold the line, Madam Speaker. Let me welcome our Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, to the mic.
Thank you very much, Reverend Barber, and thank you to all of the folks that you acknowledged who were present in person and by Zoom in our conversation earlier today. I welcome the comments that you have made about policy and the connection between voting rights and policy progress for the people. I do not get involved in rules in terms of the Senate and the rest, but I do hope that we can make sure that we have success in saving our democracy, which I do believe is at risk in terms of the legislation in our country now, 12 enacted into law, 20 bills enacted into law, hundreds more introduced to undermine our democracy. Dr. King talked about nullification all those years ago, and now this legislation they're putting forth, or actions they're taking, for example, in Georgia, to nullify the results of the election. It's so, again, undermining of our democracy. You wonder how they think they can get away with it. Well, we cannot let them get away with it. Right. Let me just say my why. I came to Congress for the children. My husband and I have 5 children, and it just was intolerable to me to, as I raised our children and seeing the needs that kids have, that 1 in 5 children in America lives in poverty and goes to sleep hungry at night. So the Poor People's Campaign is a campaign about the children. So that's one of our connections. I also came here and took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution, and every single day we make a pledge to the flag for liberty and justice for all.
That's right.
Justice is the overriding word here. And the connection between H.R. 1S1 and H.R. 4 and policy is a very direct one, as Reverend Barber said, but also as Dr. King professed and acted upon. Yeah. I do believe that one of the most significant ways we can improve the quality of the air our children breathe, the safety of the water they drink, the safety of their neighborhoods by stopping gun violence, the list goes on, is accelerated by stopping Hence, we must pass H.R. 1S1, whatever the name they give it in the Senate. So I thank the Poor People's Campaign because, as many of you have heard me say again and again, President Lincoln said, public sentiment is everything. Yes. With it, you can accomplish almost everything. Without it, practically nothing. But for the sentiment to prevail, people have to know. That's right. Yeah. And so I thank the campaign for making sure people know. The people know that what the choices are we have here now are about the children.
That's right.
The children of America and their families have never had as much leverage in the legislative process as they have now. Thank you, President Biden, for putting forth a budget that gives the leverage, not to the rich, but we must keep that leverage. With the people who sent us here. In our appeal to the public for the people, we said we would lower the cost of health care costs by lowering the cost of prescription drugs. We would have lower health care, bigger paychecks by building the infrastructure in a green way. And third, that we would have cleaner government, which is essential to the two above. Yesterday in the House, when we passed the resolution that moved the president's budget forward, I addressed all of those 3 things. Lower costs, lower taxes, bigger paychecks, building the infrastructure in a green way to make it safer for the children. And again, when we passed later in the day the John R. Lewis voting Rights Advancement Act, we honored our own oath of office. So we proudly stand before the Capitol of the United States, committed to our oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution and the people of the United States, respectful of our pledge that we make each day of liberty and justice for all. And we have a moment, a transformative moment, thanks to President Biden, a transformative moment to do something so big for the children, for the women, to build back better for the families of America. It's a pretty exciting time, and the next few weeks we'll focus on how we get the reconciliation bill in sync with the Senate, respectful of the approach they have to